You okay? You okay, Kevin? You worried about our boy there, Mike?
No. I've heard so many sounds out of both of you for years that you could be choking to death and I wouldn't make a move.
Yeah, because you're right. It's like very much just a part of...
I think you'd be more worried if it was like silent.
Yeah.
For a while.
I'd be like, oh, now you're
Why
choking.
is it so quiet right now?
I'd wait until you turned the weird shade of purple before I did anything. And I'm well versed in Heimlich.
The caterpillar from Bug's Life?
Yes. I know all about it.
I know all about Heimlich.
Ask me literally any questions about Heimlich. Heimlich.
Ask me any questions you might have about Heimlich. Heimlich?
Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic banter.
That's gotta be public domain by now.
Absolutely. No one gives a fuck about that one anymore.
Even though instruments are dead.
Yeah. Those instruments are in the ground. What do you think happens to instruments when they die?
They go to instrument heaven.
What happens to their bodies?
Their bodies go back in. Well, they're mostly like wood and stuff.
Yeah.
So they feed
a lot of
the
them
earth.
are wood.
Yeah.
What about the brass boys?
They go back into the brass, into the mantle of the earth. Thank you. Which is made of brass, and you learned about that at a very young age. Welcome back.
Does brass not last?
Brass don't last.
This brass ass.
Who was the chick who was all about the brass?
No trouble?
No treble.
No trouble. How you doing, man?
If you meet Megan Trainor in real life, I love all your work, first of all. But what really got me into in the first place was being all about the brass. No trouble.
What is? Let's ask me.
And that's the way I live my life.
Name a race.
Kentucky Derby.
I'm all about that race. No trouble.
My friend Chase Austin, God rest his soul. He's still alive. He just moved up north. He used to do stand-up comedy with us, and he used to have this joke where he said, on 3, and we'll all do this, shout out your least favorite race. Or just think of it, and we'll go around the room, and I'll do it too. I'll go first, so no one feels weird.
Funny.
It's like everyone got it, and everyone would be looking around the room like, okay, yeah, we got it.
Everyone participated.
And he goes,
this?
I'll go first, so no one feels weird. I think it's a tie between the Daytona 500 and the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Okay, now what were you going to
That's
say?
so good. What were you gonna say? Quit.
Quick, go. Can't lie, go.
Dude, that's really funny, actually. I love that.
Chase Austin, God rest his very much still alive
Rest
soul.
in peace. So, guys, welcome to Dynamic Banter.
And this is just a podcast.
This is just a podcast, dude. Relax. It's just water.
Everyone agreeing at once. You know, it's a very special week, Steve.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, you were telling me about this.
Yeah. Join us next time. It's WrestleMania week.
Dude, that is pretty fucking exciting, brother.
And Byron just sent me this Dynamic Banter WrestleMania theme shirt. You know how we do those drops every year around WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah.
And this is, the letters are shaped like a WrestleMania of yore. And then we have kind of like a new age attitude type, attitude era type DB up there. And then at the bottom, where it used to say like the world is watching, or like Trump Tower, Atlantic City, or whatever, it says live from elsewhere.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a ringer shirt. I don't think we've ever done a ringer shirt before.
I love a ringer shirt.
So for those of you just doing audio, it's white shirt, red ringer, and enjoy that. Feel free to enjoy that on dynamicbanter.clothing.
A friend of the show, and someone who's been on the show, and someone who I've been friends with for many years. Anna Laurie, star of Gotham Nights on the CW, I believe on Tuesday nights.
And that's like Boogie Nights, but the guy with the big dick is Batman.
Oh! Listen, if I don't know.
Huh?
I'm used to getting one of those papers.
What are you
it
even
has all
talking
the
about?
info on it.
Tell me anything you know.
They usually give me a paper and it has their faces and it says their name.
Anytime I talk about my friends, I got paper.
They give me a paper when they go. Dude, this is why Hollywood is kind of like gross and silly in a lot of ways, because what I'm referring to is when you have friends that are like on a show or something, you got to know what the show is, what channel it's on, what night you can watch it.
Yeah.
Especially if we're talking about it on a show that has listenership. And, you throw your friend a little bone. Not like this show would help that show at all.
This show would keep any other show on the air. Like,
Correct.
New Girl would still be on Netflix if we talked about it more on Dynamic
It would be.
Banter.
It would be. I think so. Firefly or Serenity, whatever that show is called.
Yeah, Serenity would still be on The Office.
So anyway, fan of the show, who's been on the show, friend of mine, Anna Laurie, she saw that we were releasing those WrestleMania shirts.
Yeah.
And she was like, I've got to have one,
Awesome.
please. And so I said, what's your size, sweetheart? I said, what's your size, sweetheart? And she told me what it was.
And that's information that we keep in the
That's
vault.
for me, for the back. That's for the back rooms.
Where?
And so I put an order in for that size and another size, and I never got them.
Damn. I just got mine. So suck it. I got mine. Suck it.
I got mine. But anyway, this is exciting. This fucking WrestleMania shit.
Yeah.
So how often does it happen?
Once a year.
And you're excited every time?
I'm excited every year, even if I have no idea what's going on in wrestling.
Yeah.
It's always it's kind of the end of, in a lot of ways, it's like the end of their season, even though like podcasts, it just keeps going on and on forever. There's no breaks or whatever. Yeah. But it kind of is the blow off or the culmination of a bunch of storylines. And they do a great job, even if you want to hop in at the last second to like understand the stories. They do a great, and there's everyone running to WrestleMania.
Everyone's running to the WrestleMania, dude. And you think, and so I think
like if you started watching this Monday, you'd be all caught up. They do a good job of like putting together packages where you understand the story so you don't feel lost.
There was this big piece of shit, asshole, maniac, idiot, moron who used to invite me to see WrestleMania at his big fancy house. And there would be a lot of people there.
Yeah.
To hang out that big fucking idiot, moron, asshole piece of shit.
There's no need.
And but I think that was the first time I ever saw a WrestleMania. Was at that big piece of shit asshole motherfucker's house.
I can't wait for your tweets. I can't wait for the replies and tweets.
Come at me, bro. I don't give a fuck.
No. I'm saying like asking you who you're talking about.
Who it is? It's so easy to figure out.
Yeah. Just keep me out of them tweets. Keep those tweets one-sided.
And I remember it being pretty entertaining, regardless of whether I knew anything about anybody involved.
Yeah.
I remember there were these guys with like an ice cream truck or something. They have like an ice cream, or they had like they were handing out ice cream. They were dressed like ice cream men.
Were they handing out pancakes?
I don't remember.
Okay. And that's WrestleMania.
They clapped because I didn't remember.
Oh, what a supportive audience. Or they didn't want to hear about it, maybe.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
They already know.
Yeah, they're done.
But I didn't know anything about it, and I had a pretty great time.
Yeah.
Should we put a plug for Matt's thing that's happening, or is that too crazy?
I don't know. You want people to show
I don't
up
know.
and hang out with them?
He put it on his public Instagram.
So
Like at his house?
No.
Oh.
no. It's at a restaurant, yeah?
There's a place.
Dude, perfect to tee it up and know none of the information.
Remember? Oh, fuck, they usually give you a paper.
have a paper.
They usually give you a paper.
I got a paper!
Oh, fuck.
Dude, every time you like watch the news and the teleprompter goes out for a second, or like an award show, and the teleprompter goes black, that's what's
They
happening.
have no idea what to say. Fuck. Someone's calling him. You can't call me on the air. Don't call me on the air.
I wonder
So what
if
I
he
was-
would want he just wants to watch WrestleMania with a bunch of people. I don't know if he wants to.
Yeah,
Go to his Instagram.
Does
Everyone go
did
to-
he
look.
publicly do it on the Instagram?
yeah.
Okay, then I'll find it.
Yeah.
Dude, could we say on the way to this? On the way to this, Steve,
Yes, brother.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I'm gonna forward this to you
Okay.
so you have a paper.
Okay.
And then you read the details about this.
Fucking Christ. For the first time ever. We have a paper.
I'm sending you the paper,
Oh, I'm so excited.
and then
to get
I'll
paper.
find Matt's thing. And this message is gonna travel as fast as T-Mobile can make it fast. And there's T-Mobile now. Did you get it?
I got the Dynamic Banter live info.
Yeah. Read that, and I'll find the others.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dynamic Banter live. Okay? We're talking the live version of Dynamic Banter that you can come and see. You can be in the same room as Mike and I, pushing buttons and pushing your buttons.
Pushing the buttons of the staff that works at the beautiful theater.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, guys, we are coming to you, Salem, Oregon. We are coming to Salem, Oregon, to Salem's historic Grand Theater. And this place looks awesome. This place, it was built in 1900. How about that? So let's desecrate it with farts.
Don't touch any of the walls if you go.
Don't touch anything.
But it really is. Did I send you I sent you the pictures of the theater?
Yeah,
it's
it
a
looks
beautiful looking
wonderful.
theater.
This might be the nicest. This might be the nicest venue we've ever performed at.
Yeah, it's one of them for
And
sure.
we're gonna fart it up with Ringo Starr sounds and farts.
We're gonna Ringo fart it up.
So, guys, that's happening Friday, May 12th. That's Friday, May 12th. And you can get tickets for that show. It's at 8 p.m. I believe that's an 18-plus show.
Yeah, no 14-year-olds.
Don't
in the
bring a
show.
14-year-old.
Don't bring anyone under 18.
Mike and I are the
plus.
only 14-year-olds allowed.
And there's only room for 2. And we hit our quota.
So the show's at 8 p.m. and you can get your tickets at salemshg.com. Sorry, that's Salem.
I'm gonna have Byron put a link on dynamicbanter.clothing, and I'll also put a link on mikefalzone.com.
Someone from Salem, Oregon's calling.
Okay. Hi, are you upset?
Sorry, that is Salem SHG. That's Salem's Historic Grand. salemshg.com. And that link will be in places that will be easy for you to click.
And what's that, May 12th?
That's May 12th. That's a Friday at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale at salemshg.com.
Yes. And if you'd like to watch WrestleMania with the one and only Matt Robb, if you're in the LA area and you want to go to 156 South Brand Boulevard in Glendale, they'll be serving Ozzy's a Pizza.
And serving looks.
And serving looks, which is a New Haven, Connecticut style pizza that originated about 20 minutes away from where I grew up. And I know Ozzy, and Ozzy's a good boy. And I know Matt, and Matt is a good boy. So go eat Connecticut style pizza with Matt. Watch fucking WrestleMania Sunday, April 2nd, 5 p.m. Night 2 of WrestleMania watch party with Matt. Tell him to bring his jacket.
And guess what? You might see some friends there. I might be there. I don't know. Oh shit, Matt told me not to talk about it on the show. Matt's calling.
Hey, you guys talking about the show?
Hey man, did I ask you to do that?
Hey, bud.
Dude, but what I did want to say to you about the whole... Thank you for that, by the way, Mike. You had everything queued up and ready. Actually, Mike, I want to give you a shout-out. Can I give you a shout-out? That's really Alan Thicke, by the way. Did you know that?
Yes.
Alan Thicke actually did Matt's voicemail.
Yeah, that's great. $50,000 that cost him.
It did. Alan Thicke's kind of a cheapskate.
Better
Rest in
Alan
peace.
than Robin, I guess.
Indeed.
If you had to pick.
But yeah, I've never had Connecticut style pizza. Matt tried to describe it to me, and it was an interesting description.
Yeah, just go fucking taste it and see if you like it.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. I've tried to describe it too. I don't do a very good job.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's nostalgic. It makes us think about our childhood times, and always like when people bring something across the country, whether it's a California style thing on the East Coast or vice versa. It's nice to see. There is a bit of a pingy ting.
Whenever you taste it, you feel like there's a little bit of a pingy ting afterwards. Kevin, are you going to be there at the WrestleMania thing?
I didn't know it was in Glendale. So
It's Sunday, yeah. It's going to be a great time. A lot of friends are going to be there.
It's at Kevin's house.
It is.
Anyway, go and you'll have a great time.
So what I wanted to say about the Hollywood thing with the paper, with the faces and stuff, was like, so when you see those like red carpet shows where people have the microphone and the actor walks up to them and they go like, "Hey, who are you wearing?"
Yeah,
That person with the microphone has a sheet that has everyone's face on it.
Yeah.
And says their name, what movies they're in, what are they winning for, which categories they're involved in.
If they're having fun, it says.
And if you turn the page, it says all the movies. And it says like a little description of each movie. It's just like a little cheat sheet.
Yeah.
And when we were talking about our high profile friends Matt Robb and Anna Laurie,
Yeah.
You needed the paper.
we needed the paper because I was like, fuck, I don't know how to say Anna's on Gotham Nights. Is that even the name of the show?
Yes,
You said
got
it. You said it. Kevin said you said it.
You said it.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back, actually.
We're going to go to 1927
We're
real
going to
fast.
a break in 1927.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, please.
Dude, so Sunday night, April 2nd, same night as Matt's thing, at 10 o'clock, I believe. We'll get to that in a second. I'm also doing a show at the Comedy Chateau. It's like it's called The Lapsed Fan. It's a WrestleMania after party, Sunday, April 2nd at 11 p.m. So well after you digest your pizza at the Comedy Chateau, 4651 Lancashire
And the
Boulevard.
show's over by then.
No, the show starts late. So you're going to sit through roughly 9 hours of wrestling. And then if you still have any energy, at 11 o'clock at night, you go to the one and only Lapsed Man Comedy Chateau.
But WrestleMania will be over.
WrestleMania will be well over by then. I think it starts at like 5.
And so, wow, that's a packed night of fun.
Dude, if you want to stay up for a full weekend, come hang out in Los Angeles.
There's a chance someone out there may.
If you're afraid of sleeping in the dark, come stay up for 3 days straight.
So, and you like to, are you bummed out when people have a conversation?
I don't get that.
Jackpot.
Hey, do you have any podcast suggestions?
What's the live show like?
I'm tired of all the podcasts that I listen to.
Do you ever do you ever get bummed out when you're watching WrestleMania and people are all having conversations around you? And
No.
Do you watch? So it's like when baseball's on in the bar.
Yeah, it's just a wacky thing.
You okay?
Did you fart?
What smells like shit?
That does.
What is
This?
No, the weed.
What do you mean? It's just.
that? Is that what that is?
It's just really.
I don't know.
Kevin hasn't lost his sense of smell. That's good.
It just smells like vape.
It smells bad, man.
Anyway, welcome back.
It's weed.
No, you don't get upset when people are talking around you. It's a wacky thing. People are pretending to fight.
And it's like baseball. Like when we watch baseball. in the
Wrestling is
bar.
just like baseball.
There's bases.
Somebody
And they're
gets hit with a
loaded.
bat every now and again.
Did you? But you know what I mean. Like when sports are on in a bar.
Oh.
I feel like people get the gist of it.
To be honest, since it's not a sport and since they're like telling a story, it's better when everyone is like
Paying attention.
invested in the story. It's more fun. But obviously you're going to be looking at your phone. You're going to be looking around.
course.
There's hours and hours of wrestling. So
Yeah.
you can't be personally invested in all of it.
Yeah.
But I would say at least for, I don't know. You want everyone to be into it, but you wouldn't get mad at people for talking over it. Unless the volume was real low and we were in like Barney's Beanery.
Oh,
and there's
sure.
like just noises happening
And
everywhere. And I'm like,
everyone's talking. Yeah.
I'm right here. My nose is touching the TV. I'm like, I just can't hear it. Then I'd be pissed.
I wonder. They could put on the subtitles.
I can't think of a least.
Less enjoyable way to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Take
Chapter
a
2.
look. It's in a
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Reading WrestleMania.
But is that a good middle ground? Like if it were in a noise.
No,
Like,
I would rather at that point just watch it by myself.
so with that said, I wonder what Matt's got planned. I wish we could get him on the podcast and he could tell us what he's got planned. Because maybe it's like, because I heard him asking for like a microphone and stuff like that.
He has floated, he was like, come with me and do commentary over WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which like sounds very fun, but I wouldn't want to take anyone's enjoyment out of. That would be way more fun with a group of people who have no idea what's going on.
Of what's happening, yeah.
But it also like taxing. That's hours and hours. Who wants to listen to somebody talking to a microphone for that long?
Well, especially if maybe you're there to just watch the wrestling.
Yeah, and I know he's taking over the bar menu, so he's renaming everything on the
that's
menu
great.
like wrestler names.
That's really exciting.
And then Ozzy's gonna be there making pizza, And so it's nice to have a bunch of people around. Like, those were good fucking 10, 11, 12-year-old memories where you would go to somebody's house and just order like oodles of pizza, stacks of pizza,
grab a couple of slices,
and then just fucking watch these pretend wrestling stories.
Do you ever make a pizza sandwich?
Did you ever make a piece of a sandwich?
Pizza sandwich.
A peaceful sandwich?
Where you're like, because you know, when you're at those kind of parties, there's a lot of folks that want pizza.
Somebody driving and checking their stereo to make sure everything's all right.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
Podcast doing weird shit again?
I just got that fucking shit fixed.
So what you do is you know, when you're like, everyone here is hungry. Everyone here is hungry, and everyone wants the slices up. But there is enough, maybe, for two slices per person.
There's not enough slices to go around, so you make a pizza.
I'm saying there's like two. Listen to me. I'm not done.
I'm only listening to you.
I said there's enough. Everyone gets 2 slices, right?
You're making the rules for like.
I'm saying like there's enough pizza for everyone to get at least 2 slices.
That's like if you order a pizza to your house and you're having a party, you want at least enough to give everyone 2 pieces.
At least.
Is what you're saying.
Well, but you know, it doesn't always happen that way. Some people are like, man, I don't like the fucking beef crumbles on that. I want a regular cheese pizza. And fucking mom didn't order the cheese, so there's no cheese. So that guy's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat Doritos. And that already frees up 2 slices.
This is one of those sentences where it's like one of those stories where you find out what it's about like 75% of the way through the story.
Yeah.
What is this about?
I'm just saying.
You said, did you ever have a pizza sandwich? And then you were like, well, sometimes people get 2 pieces and sometimes just meat crumble.
It's the lead up, because when you get, because the pizza sandwich is the idea that you're not going to get any more pizza. Like, there's enough people there where the pizza's going to be gone. So what you do is you grab 2 slices of pizza, and then you grab the smallest third slice you can find, and you put it in between, and then you make a little sandwich, and then you walk away, and that's all the pizza you get.
That's shitty.
Not if there's people that are I don't eat the crumble one, or I'm a vegetarian, Dad.
Here's what you said.
Here's
how you teed it up. You said, have you ever done a pizza sandwich? Have you ever done a pizza sandwich?
That's right.
And then by the end of the story, it was ever like, have you ever essentially hidden a third piece of pizza away from everybody else who came to the party?
This isn't a fucking church function where everyone's keeping count.
Sometimes there's pizza.
I'm saying we're all fucking friends and we're all snacking.
So why the fuck are you hiding pizza from your friends?
It's not a hide. It's like, I'm not going to be able to go back and get more pizza. So instead of going and getting 1 slice,
you're not going to be able
sitting down.
Are you going to have roller skates on for the rest of the party?
Everyone will destroy the pizza. The pizza will be gone in a matter of, oh shit, it's almost gone.
So you're hiding pizza from the people.
There's no hiding going on.
Then what are you saving it from?
You're taking your 2 slices at the same time,
rather
than getting 1 and going to sit down and watch Rowdy Piper punch Billy Graham bubblegum in the nipples.
All of your references are from the 80s.
Instead, you go and you get your 2 slices, and then fucking vegetarian Jimmy's not going to eat the fucking beef crumble pizza, so you open up the beef crumbles, you look for the smallest slice, you follow it here.
No, but I want you to
take it and go, I'm taking my 2 slices.
Plus.
Then this little beef crumble that Jimmy fuckwad
3, my count's at 3.
That's not, I'd say that's 1.5 or 2.5.
I think you're wrong, and I disagree with everything.
I think if this was my house and I saw someone do that, I'd
you would say everyone gets 3 pieces of pizza.
No way.
Why not just say that?
My place doesn't have a everyone gets this amount of pizza rule. If you want to go and you're fucking hungry, eat the fucking pizza.
Good.
Eat a whole pizza on your own if you want.
Great.
This is my house, my
rules. You wouldn't
be
upset if somebody ate a whole pizza and then somebody else was like, fuck, is there any pizza here?
I'd be like, you know what? It seems like fucking Bill was hungry as fuck.
I would talk shit to Bill.
We got pot stickers in the air fryer. They'll be done in like 5 minutes. You can eat all of them if you want.
If you come to my house and there's 15 people over my house and I order 4 pizzas.
Yeah.
and Bill eats a whole pizza by himself, I say, hey, Bill,
You're Venmoing.
first of all, you're not taking a shit in my house. And I've made that very clear
That's a lot
every
of
time you've
cheese.
come over here for 3 years.
That's a lot of cheese. Yeah.
So go find somewhere else to watch WrestleMania. You're a selfish fuck.
Wow, you kick him out.
Absolutely. If I bought pizza for everyone and on maybe the Evite, I said pizza for everyone. And then Bill comes over, eats a whole pizza. I'd be like, hey, Bill, guess what?
Okay.
You've earned
All right.
a selfish ticket back to your house.
Okay, I wouldn't kick him out, but I'd be like, you're Venmoing for that because you ate the whole pizza, and then we're just gonna order more pizza, and then everyone's gonna make fun of that guy all night. Be
And
like,
then-
how'd you like that whole pizza?
And then he's trying to play along, but he's on the couch like this.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking diarrhea.
You see, I can't go back there as a joke.
Okay, so I'm with you. Actually, if they ate the whole pizza, I'd be pretty bummed out. But if I have my party and I ordered like 6 pizzas, and there's like
There's just a bunch of weird
there's like 50
circumstances
people
in your
there.
shit.
This is just a scenario I'm creating where I'm like, I ordered a bunch of pizza. There's like 25 people there, right? So there's more than enough pizza.
Yeah, we got
I don't give a
25
fuck.
pizzas.
I'm not really thinking. I'm like, look, I've ordered pizza that is probably enough.
Yes.
But if someone comes to me and goes like, dude, did you know that fucking Steve took like fucking 1 extra piece, dude? I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's fine. That's my
The story has
opinion.
changed 7
That's
or
what
8 times.
I'm just saying my opinion is that if I heard someone took an extra slice and it was 2 per person, I wouldn't be like, that motherfucker betrayed me, motherfucking Judas. Who gives a fuck, right?
Who's saying that?
I'm just saying it's not a big deal if I want to take the little beef crumble that fucking is not going to be eaten and make that into a
The
pizza
right
sandwich.
adult move to do is to make sure everyone who wants pizza got one first,
Yeah.
which is why you don't sneak 3 at a
Well,
time.
sure, but we're talking about
That's
being
when you-
kids watching WrestleMania and shit.
The circumstances, the Uno cards of circumstances that happened during that
Weren't
story.
we-
No, you can't get back to the pizza. You're stuck to your seat. Bill ate a whole pizza.
Weren't we young the whole time though? Like, weren't we kids?
Who the
Because
fuck
you
knows?
said it was a WrestleMania party.
Yeah.
We're talking about WrestleMania.
We got a bunch of fucking 30-year-olds going to this WrestleMania party.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we're talking about back in the day.
Yes,
and
back
I
in
said
the
you
day.
want to make the pizza sandwich back in the day
Yes.
when you're a kid.
I just
because-
disagree with the pizza sandwich because I would want everyone to make sure that they got their pizza
Well, sure.
first.
I mean, you get to an age.
If an adult, if you come into the house where you're like 11 and an adult at the door says, all right, grab your 2 pieces of pizza and you sneak a third beef crumble.
Yeah.
That is a shitty,
but
selfish kid thing to do.
But you know what ends up happening?
What ends
is
up
there
happening?
is like 3 slices left after
the end?
everyone's eaten pizza.
Grab 'em.
Right, but what I'm saying is like most of the time that happens. So who gives a fuck if you take one little slice as your
grab
your
it after
third?
everyone got their shit. I'm saying it's a selfish thing
I'm
if you grab it before. If you're the only person who takes 3, even if you know because you're omniscient that there's going to be a third piece at the end, you wait until it's the polite thing to wait until the end.
Well, sure, but like you've never done that in your whole life.
I don't
Eaten an
know, man.
extra
I don't
thing?
have I don't keep a
Sometimes-
ledger
sometimes-
of all the pizza parties I've been to.
Sometimes we do the little selfish things, like have another little slice of pizza, and like whatever. We're not gonna go to hell for it, you know. Nobody gives a shit.
And I think that's where we disagree. I'm saying you burn in hell for the rest of your life if
The
you've ever
devil's
taken
like,
a third.
remember when you were 9?
Yeah.
And they said 2 slices of pizza, and you took a tiny
Like, man,
extra
you
slice.
really lived your good life. But you remember in 1994 where you took a third beef crumble slice?
If that's what ends up happening to me at the end of my life, I'd be like, well, then you know what? Fuck it.
Then you have to listen to a tape recording of this conversation
This
over and over again
episode.
for all eternity.
I just don't give a fuck. If you eat like way more pizza than you should
Fucking
have,
rebel, dude.
if you ate way more pizza than you should have, like who gives a shit?
Your
like,
arteries?
Maybe it's a little selfish for sure.
Yes.
But like I think people are allowed to be a little selfish in those scenarios.
Whatever. I wouldn't want to be the shy kid who fucking goes up after everyone else because he doesn't really know anyone at the party.
Definitely not. Yeah.
And get the
mom talking to them.
get the 1 piece of pizza when you were really hungry because your mom was like, save your appetite, you're gonna have at least 2 pieces of pizza. But the fucking fat kid took 3 pieces of pizza. I'd be like, hey man, I'll hate you forever.
That's
I think that's
crazy.
my thing. If I was the shy kid, that's real. If I was the shy kid who didn't know anybody at the party and my mom was like, save your appetite, you're going to have at least 2 pieces of pizza. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't have cereal. I don't have corn pops that morning because I know I'm going to have 2 pieces.
You're starving.
And then I see a fat kid do the fucking pizza sandwich and I only have my one kind of cold piece of pizza. I'm going to be like,
I'm gonna be like that kid. That kid did what I should have done, and sometimes these are harmless situations. These aren't things where people are gonna get hurt.
you're starving a poor kid.
These aren't situations where someone's gonna get hurt. And honestly, in the situation where there's like a 2-slice minimum per person, there's gonna be lots of Doritos there, and you could fill up on Doritos fast.
Dorito card.
Have your fucking Dorito. What is this pizza? This is the worst pizza party I've ever heard of.
Why? Because there's pizza there?
Just
and you
pizza?
can't take more than what it
there's
says on the flyer?
Just pizza. No chips.
No,
No other
that's not it. There's always Ruffles. First of all, there's
Yeah,
always
eat the
Ruffles and
Ruffles.
Doritos. They're
If-
there, but you can't bank on them.
If you got 2 slices of pizza and you're hungry still, and you see the fat kid put a little slice into his 2 pieces, and you're like, fuck that guy forever.
Fuck that guy
There's something
forever.
wrong with you, I think.
And there's nothing wrong with the fat, selfish kid.
No, I mean, it's not hurting anybody.
Like, I'm going to live longer than you, and I have to watch you eat more pizza?
Then laugh when he's dead.
No, dude. Dude, you know what I do? I go to that kid's funeral, open casket, and I
you
fucking
throw a
go there
slice
with
of
Domino's, and I eat every slice, even if I don't want it. I eat every slice
I
out of
throw
his
a
open
slice
casket.
at his face.
Here's your
Just
extra
hit
slice.
him in the face.
Here's your beef crumble, you piece of shit.
Like the pizza sauce.
It makes a little sound.
Little slap. All right.
Yeah. Tell us which side you're on in the comments below.
No. This is very... There isn't even like a...
There isn't a good
There
side.
isn't a side.
This is the weirdest shit ever.
I disagree.
It's literally just like... You watch someone do something you wish you did before they did it.
That's not even mine.
I'm saying there's a bunch of different angles
Yeah.
to the perspective
Here's
of watching the
bare
person
bones.
take a third slice.
Bare bones. If I'm taught how to be polite and I watch another kid not be polite, I'm like, you're not polite. I'm out.
Yeah, but like, what if that person's like chill and cool, but they just were like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a little slice.
Selfish. You can be chill and cool and selfish at the same time.
What if they didn't know?
What if
They didn't know.
Yeah, what if they
Who's telling the kids
What
the
if
rules?
they came late and didn't hear the 2 rule?
The
pizza
what
rules?
ifs. Do you remember being in school and your teacher was like, we could do what ifs all day?
I
Because this is
remember-
just adding.
I remember sometimes the kids would sneak in a thing, and I'd just be like, all right.
Sneak in a thing?
Yeah, like when
like
you-
fentanyl?
Like when someone was told a hard rule about a thing,
Yeah.
and then someone kind of broke it, I'd just be like, whatever.
Did that rule breaking stop somebody else from eating the amount of pizza they thought they were going to eat at a party?
There is definitely a scale of like how horrible is
What's the
thing
consequence?
that person's doing.
What's the consequence of the rule break?
I think the
Who does it hurt?
consequences of the fat kid taking the extra slice is all on the fat kid. I think nobody else should give a shit about that other than that guy. Because that guy should just be like, I shouldn't get this. I shouldn't be doing this.
If you were at a party and you were fucking starving and you were like,
And
I'm
I'm a
not going to
kid.
eat because there's food at the party.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to a place where they were like, okay, 2 slices per person.
Mm-hmm.
And you were the last person to get pizza.
Yeah.
And you got 1 slice.
One slice.
And you were fucking starving.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be pissed off at the kid who took 3 slices?
I'd eat the Ruffles and be like, whatever.
Okay.
I think I'd be in the middle. I'd be pissed off, but I wouldn't hate that guy for life.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just be like, I'm gonna keep an eye on that guy. You know,
the
obviously,
rest of my life.
Obviously, his eyes were bigger than his tummy. We were in a situation where, fuck it, the guy like requires more food than I do to be happy and satisfied.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Maybe
totally
it was-
okay with that as a kid.
Maybe it was selfish, but he's not like, unless he's the school bully, or he is a piece of shit and is known for being like a piece of shit.
How do you choose your friends?
Are they funny? Are they self-aware? And do they have a decent heart, a good heart?
Number 3. That's what we're talking
good
about
heart?
here. I think if you are, first of all, you have a bad heart if you eat too much pizza. Second of all, it's like if you do inherently selfish acts, your acts they speak louder than your words.
Sure.
That's how you teach people who you are.
Totally.
If you do a selfish thing, I'm going to say, oh, your heart's not good. You don't have 2 out of the 3.
But if
so
you're
not going to
kid-
be my friend.
If you're a kid and you're like no one's ever told you like, because I mean, like, I don't know.
What if you were already best friends with this kid and then you saw him do it?
I'd be like,
Then I would tell him to his face.
yeah.
You
Well,
piece of
I
shit.
would be like, oh, 3 slices, huh? And then he'd be like, there's always more left over, you know it. And if there isn't, there's a fucking whole bowl of Ruffles. I'd be like, all right.
Oh, you're just getting bullied by this kid. You're not standing up for yourself at all.
He's not ruining anyone's day.
All you wanted was 2 pieces of pizza and somebody else had 3.
If some kid is like, I only got 1 slice of pizza and now my life is ruined, that kid needs to
Too drastic.
do some other life thoughts.
No, your day is ruined. And as a kid, your day is what you have no foresight as a fucking kid. You're never gonna be like, I can't wait to get over this when I'm 35 and I have a mortgage or whatever.
Well, if
the
you're
fuck.
there late, that's kind of on you, I guess.
Okay, man. What a piece of shit who wanted 2 pieces of pizza. And what a good kid for having the foresight to take 3 pieces when he was allowed 2. What a good kid.
This isn't a guy that's like.
Get some manners, you fat fuck.
I think this isn't a guy who's like. I don't think this is a guy that's like, man, I can't wait to break every rule in this house when I come over.
Too drastic of a jump.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these are kids, right? So it's like, this kid's gonna fucking, like, do whatever. He's gonna, like, whatever. I don't know.
So if that kid is allowed to do that, the kid who really wanted a piece of pizza who didn't get one is fully allowed to just straight up not like that kid for as long as that kid wants.
I don't know. I think that's really drastic.
Why is that kid allowed to take 3? Why is that kid allowed to be selfish, but this kid isn't allowed to react to that kid being selfish?
Because I think that there might be more to it. What if that kid is like, his parents are getting divorced or something?
Divorce card.
You don't know. You just don't know.
The poor kid, the 1 slice of pizza kid, what if his parents are getting divorced? Dude, you could do that
Totally.
shit over and over again.
But
that kid's poor as fuck.
Yeah.
And he's like, his family's poor.
I'm
and
just saying-
he said, we don't have any food,
Yeah.
but you're going to go to this pizza party where you don't really know
You're
anyone.
gonna go late when all the pizza's gone already.
Yeah, because we're poor. We have to take the bus. And if some fat rich kid takes 3 pieces of pizza, elbow goodnight time. Bye-bye.
I think Mike's character is the bully in this situation.
No, dude, I was the fucking...
I think Mike has a much bigger love of pizza than me and you.
I think that you guys don't
It's
understand
an
the
Italian
ramifications
thing.
of being selfish.
I think.
Is what I'm starting to figure out.
If it was like
Yeah, I don't
pizza,
give a shit.
I just wouldn't care.
I
as
don't
much
care.
as you would.
Yeah.
Have your parents ever said you...
Like, I've gotten less shit.
Yeah,
because
me
another
too.
guy took it.
Me
that
too.
doesn't suck?
It sucks,
It's-
but I'm not like this is the
That's what I'm
worst thing in
saying.
the
Like, it
world.
depends.
No one is saying worst thing in the world.
You said
You
you
guys are putting that on.
But
You
if
said
you
would
s-
you'd hate them for life.
Yeah.
You said
Yes,
you'd
because
think
that's the
it's
funniest thing to say. But I would legitimately. So let's say it's the first time I'm meeting this kid.
Yeah.
Your first impression makes a lasting impression, and you're a kid. So you're like, I starved myself for this fucking party, and I get to have less pizza because that kid was selfish. The thing my mom and dad are teaching me not to be.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed to look at that character flaw in that person and say, I wouldn't be friends with you because you're selfish. The same way if somebody like invited you over to play Mario 3 or whatever and never let you touch the controller, or someone played Contra and stole all your fucking extra lives.
But what if that was like the only time that guy was ever like overtly selfish, and then you see him,
only time in his
and
life?
then in school, like I'm saying in school, you like see him around or whatever, and then one day you hear that like he helped some kid like who got hit by a car, and like helped them out of the street and like called the police,
and they're
like,
still kids. They're 11.
They're still kids. This was like 3 weeks after the pizza party. You still hate this guy for taking the extra slice?
I'd be like, oh, that selfish piece of shit really turned his life around.
But that's like 2 weeks later, right? So it's like, obviously this guy maybe did something that was kind of selfish at this party, but the ramifications of that are way less than being like, I think this guy, I should hate this guy for his life.
It's more realistic to think this kid pulled somebody from a burning wreckage than it is to be selfish about taking 3 pieces of pizza.
I'm just saying, if that same kid ended up actually being a nice kid, but he did a selfish thing at
He
that
would have
party,
to then prove double to me that he was a nice kid. That's the way life works. If my introduction to you is you did a selfish thing, in my head, all I know about you is that you're a selfish person.
But I think we all do selfish things. Right?
That's the reason why people don't like you then. If you've been around someone and you act in a selfish way, they're not wrong for thinking you're a selfish person and not wanting to be friends with you.
I think it depends.
I don't have to be around you 24/7 and put in a ledger all of your acts and then fucking get to a median personality at the end of the day. If we hung around for 2 hours, for that 2 hours you did selfish shit, I'm like, you're a selfish person. We haven't hung out with people who as soon as they leave the apartment, I'm like, I don't like that person.
Yeah, for sure. But I think like adults are a different situation because, you know, when you're an adult, you should know better than to be that kind of
I was just always like, if I got hit as a kid, if that's like, I went to a couple daycares where it's like, my parents worked all the time and I was the only child, so I didn't always have someplace to go. And so I've been in a lot of situations where it's just been like one woman watching a lot of kids. So I've had a lot of fucked up inter-kid reactions. I've had like very inappropriate, weird kid reactions. I've gotten beat up. Like, I remember a kid who I'm kind of connected to a couple degrees of separation, like bounced my head off the pavement when I was little. Yeah. And I have no recollection of that kid, probably because CTE or whatever.
Right.
And it's just because, like, you were, like, the new kid that day or whatever.
Sure.
I now know somebody who, like, knows that kid's aunt or something like that. Or, like, somebody who ran the shit. And I still have like a
fuck that guy attitude.
Why would I ever make any attempt to be nice to that person?
Yeah.
I have kids in my neighborhood used to like push me off my bike and shit like that, just because I was like the only child coming to hang out with all the brothers and sisters. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. But it does affect the way you feel about those people for the rest of your life. It's like later on, the girls who pushed me off my bike who lived up the street, we were real good friends in high school. Yeah, because you grow up. And you see people flesh out their kind of moral compass. Yeah. And you see, it's like if you start in a debt to someone morally, you have to work your way out of the debt for them to trust you again. So if I was a little kid and I wanted 2 pieces of pizza real bad and I only got 1 because somebody else took 3, I'm like, you have some proving that you're worth being friends with to do. Because you already did a thing that I would disagree with.
I think maybe on the reverse of that, some people would be like, well, if I have to like prove I'm a good person to that guy that watched me take an extra slice of pizza, then maybe I don't want to be friends with that guy.
Perfect. So you're never friends.
Yeah, and that's that.
Which goes back to what I said at the beginning. I would never be friends with that person. Yeah. Especially if they were like, I was selfish. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. Fuck you.
I guess I can't imagine being that like all or nothing at that young of an age.
Yeah, you're also too forgiving to a fault.
I mean, I guess I just want to give people more of a chance, like, and sometimes that bites you in the ass, and sometimes the other thing bites you in the ass. Yeah. Like, it's all about just kind of like how you interact with people and stuff.
Well, everybody's different. You don't have to act the same way as me. Like everyone reacts to these. That's what makes our personalities
For
different.
me, it was like, I always felt like giving people the benefit of the doubt was the nicer thing to do. Like if someone like made a mistake, there's always a chance that whether they need to make it up to you or someone else in order for you to like accept them as the kind of person you would be friends with or whatever. That was just kind of like it always came down to like what the situation was.
Dude, I am guilty. You could ask my father, guilty of giving people the benefit of the doubt forever.
Yeah,
too much.
For sure.
But what happens is,
because some people are worth your friendship, they make mistakes, but your friendship is still worth it.
And sometimes it's not, but you wasted 10, 15 years.
But that's something that takes a really long time to learn sometimes.
You know why it takes so long to do?
Because you got to experience it.
also you keep giving people the benefit
Well,
of the
that
doubt,
too,
and you
that
keep
too,
letting them in. You let them close to. It's like when you're in a fight, you're not supposed to. Like if you're in a bar fight, you're supposed to keep everybody at arm's length.
For sure.
But if you let them into your bubble, if you let people hurt you, and I think that's the difference in personalities is like when you've been hurt in the past, you don't want to let people in within arm's length to hurt you real bad.
Totally. I guess I just feel like when you're a kid, you get more of a leeway in that world. Like, because, you know, it sounds like your parents really instilled the idea of like respect is earned and respect is like given once earned and once, you know, and then you give respect, you show respect. Like respect was like a very important teaching tool. But for a lot of other people, it's like, you know, maybe it's like, yeah, respect people, but it's more important that you do this or like whatever, or here's how you handle the respect thing. And when you're a kid, it's like, you know, maybe some people don't really get it. They don't get it until they've like been punched in the face or had to deal with that personality in close quarters where you have to work with someone like that, or you have to like be around that kind of personality. But I think when you're kids, you get a little bit more of a slip and slide. I don't know. That's just me.
You take 3 pieces in front of 11-year-old me, you're getting punched in the face.
And then forever I'd be like,
And
remember
that's
that
on
guy
God.
that took the pizza thing way too seriously?
Yeah, and that's your
I'm
personality.
scared of
saying
that guy.
And then there's 10 people behind me being like, thank God somebody knocked that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
Because we've been the people with 1 piece at the past 6 parties because Jerry always takes 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Fuck Jerry.
Those people listened to Creed and drank Mountain Dew.
That's an assumption you make about people who want to eat pizza.
All right, let's get to some ads. How about that? Wouldn't that be interesting?
It
At
would.
least.
Yeah.
Let me know if you've ever had a pizza sandwich. You can make one at home even if people aren't around.
Have you made a pizza sandwich or are you unselfish person? Answer in the comments below.
Never make a pizza sandwich, even if you bought it for yourself. Guys, Stamps is one of our longer running ad. Uh-oh, you know what that means. The battery's low. Kevin, what do we do?
Plug it in.
Plug it in, all right.
There you go.
Oh, it just needs to be plugged into power.
Style.
2023 is already well underway, ladies and gentlemen, so don't wait any longer to level up your small business and set your year and rear up for success. Why don't you get ahead of the competition by using Stamps.com to mail and ship? And Stamps.com lets you print your own postage and shipping labels right from your home or office, Dad. And it's ready to go in minutes, so you can get back to running your business sooner. Guys, the post office rates just increased again. Can you believe this?
Get the fuck out of my
Can you believe
ass.
this, guys, dude? Can you believe this, guys, dude? Can you believe this, guys, dude? Do you even believe this, guys, dude? But luckily, Stamps.com has the best discounts in the industry. You know, and with rates that you literally can't find anywhere else. Like up to 84% off USPS and UPS. Plus, Stamps.com automatically tells you your cheapest and fastest shipping options. How about that? And it's your one-stop shop for all your shipping and mailing needs. For 25 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable, okay, for over 1 million businesses. You get access to the USPS and UPS shipping services you need to run your business right from your computer anytime, day or night. No lines, no traffic, no waiting. It's almost like skipping the trip. So guys, look, let's get down to brass tacks. Get a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale at stamps.com/banter. That's https://www.stamps.com/banter.
Chat GPT.
Dude, we should get Chat GPT to do our ads one show.
We should get her to do like 30 episodes of this show.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Take a vacation.
Yeah. ChatGPT, give me 30 episodes in the style of dynamic banter.
What if it's better than it's ever been and
Good.
it like makes sense?
That's great.
I think we could do that someday.
It's still us.
We should use it as a joke at least.
Just see.
So guys, get a 4-week trial, free postage in that digital scale at stamps.com/banter. Thank you, stamps.com, for sponsoring the show.
Thank you, Stamps.
Hey guys, whoop whoop. You guys like Squarespace? Mike Falzone has a Squarespace website.
You're 100% right, and I love it so much, not only because I don't know anything about any of those online languages, HTML, C++, minus, plus, LGB, plus. I don't know anything about any of those, but I was able to design a beautiful website with the help of some beautiful award-winning templates from squarespace.com. Jackpot indeed.
And you know, Mike has been using this site for a long time. Do you know how long? Like years and years? Squarespace?
Yeah. Years and years.
Must
at
be
least
years
10.
and years. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wow! So guys, if that tells you anything about how great Squarespace is, Mike Falzone has been using it as a marketing tool for his comedy pod tours and whatnot, merchandise and whatnot, and whatnot. And many people use Squarespace for their businesses, for their vlogs, for their blogs, for their ratchets and clanks. So, guys, come on. Don't be crazy. Don't be kooky. Go to squarespace.com/banter for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, you can use the offer code BANTER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And of course, you know that with Squarespace, you can advertise your brand, your product, whatever. Some kind of upcoming birthday, holiday, event, graduation,
Pizza.
some kind of pizza party,
Pizza
2
sandwich.
slices per person.
Pizza sandwich recipes.
Pizza sandwiches not allowed.
If your parents didn't raise you right, you can have pizza sandwiches every day.
That's right. You can have pizza sandwich on a bagel anytime. So guys, check it out. Just check out squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch, you use that offer code BANTER at squarespace.com/banter. And as a matter of fact, if you're checking out the website, going to squarespace.com/banter helps the show out a lot. And when you're like, hey, I'm going to do this, you're going to save 10% off your first purchase of that website or domain using the offer code BANTER. Thank you so much, Squarespace. Please.
Fuck, man. Dude, there was a...
Playing just the beginning of...
I'm just
What
remembering
was
this
he
now.
playing just the beginning of?
Oh, Born in the USA.
USA. I need to put that in the soundboard.
Dude, so there's this couple that I met, I think, in Vancouver, where they proposed to each other using dynamic banter.
This is different from the other one? The other folks that did this?
Yeah.
I think so.
What the shit?
Yeah, right? That's what I said.
No, because you proposed for them.
Steve actually, goddamn. Can you do me a favor?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you read? Do you want me to have
Yeah,
the robot read this, or
send
do you
it to
want to
me.
read this?
Text it to me.
He just hands you my phone.
Loads of happiness, but I must confess, I'll be lonely.
I emailed it to you.
Hell yeah, dog.
So nice meeting you a couple weeks ago at your surrounded show. Oh, in New York. My bad. I was there with my sister-in-law and my husband, and we told you about, just the first 3 seconds, about how I proposed to him a few years ago. And you asked to see the video I made forcing Steve to read my history road, and here it is.
Whoa! So it's a history road from someone you saw in person.
Yeah. Said I only had a couple days to pull this together, but the funniest or worst part of it, after proposing, you know how hard it is to listen to that music at full blast and read this and be dyslexic at the same time?
What if it went louder?
Plus, I've only had one piece of pizza this morning. Proposing to my partner, asked if I could use video transcripts to find all the right words. If only I had known that was a thing. I was going purely off my memory and of a different episodes and completely gave up on trying to find a few words. So maybe piece something together. This is a very long email, and I'm starting to
Is
get
this
lost.
where it does feel a bit embarrassing to share something that was such a special moment for us? However, both you and Steve have unexpectedly been a big part of our relationship, so it seems appropriate that you should see it. We celebrated our 1-year anniversary a month ago, and I really couldn't be more grateful to have met such an awesome person. I used to watch all of your advice videos back in the day, so if you have any advice on how to get over imposter syndrome,
No, sorry.
I could really use some right now. Since getting my green card, I've started to look for jobs in the U.S., and I've just been feeling really overwhelmed by the whole process. Moving to a new country is hard. It's giving me a huge appreciation for people who move to places where they speak a completely different language. Anyway.
Dude, so funny to have imposter syndrome about being American. It's just that I don't feel American.
I'm in another place and I can't feel American here.
It's just that I memorized all these facts and I still don't feel American.
No one really believes I'm American. Anyway, thank you so much for being so kind and taking the time to talk to us after your show. And both me and my husband really appreciate all the hours of laughter Dynamic Banter has given us. Much love, Christine and Alon.
Alon, maybe? A-L-O-N?
A-L-O-N.
But they were super nice, and I wanted to make sure that if we didn't address this on the show already, that we did, because that's super nice. We were talking about all the podcasts that start and end or go on forever, and maybe it's hard for them to find their audience, and how lucky we've been to have everyone who listens to this show.
For sure.
And then like people get tattoos of this show,
Yeah,
and that's an insane thing to do. And then, we meet you guys all the time, and for people to like fall in love and include this show in their proposal for a lifelong partnership. Dude. That's a beautiful, amazing thing.
There was someone I met at Disneyland who was like, I put Dynamic Banter in my vows,
That's
my wedding vows, saying that I'd be there when you close your eyes and open your eyes.
Yeah, it's also in the divorce hearing. So I sent you. Okay, so Steve actually reads. This is a 4-minute long video.
So there's a video now.
Hey,
Should we watch the video?
I'm making you a video. A few weeks ago, I emailed a history road into Dynamic Banter, and they did not read it on their episode, which was very disappointing. So I decided to kind of force Steve, in a way, to read it anyway. And this video is my attempt to do that. So I don't actually know how it's going to go. Hopefully you can figure out what's happening, but I think I will put in subtitles to make it a little bit easier, because I have a feeling it's not gonna work. Okay, cue the video.
This is a headgum
I
podcast.
just sent it to Leah so she could put it in the show.
This history road comes from
Christine.
Hello, Stephen and Michael. I'm really hoping to read this email on the podcast because I want you to do me a favor. But first, a quick history road, since I know Stephen ate the long one.
That's insane.
2 years ago, and I was on a
what it sounds like when I
adventure
try to
in
read.
Europe, and I was on a walk-in tour, and a funny, wickedly talented human being from Texas has started talking to me. He said,
Dope.
so many times, but I did not want it to stop. So we didn't stop. We
find out.
started talking every day, and about a whole week into talking, he
Referenced.
a little bit about a soft bulb. I was like, what is this? I don't understand.
I'm out.
It was from a podcast called Dynamic Banter, and I absolutely loved it.
Well-
Thank you both for being part of that story.
Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, so she found there's still like 3 minutes left in that video. She found every time you said something that was in her email and just pieced them all together.
Into the history road by
Yeah.
using our voices.
Yeah.
And by using
Your
my voice reading history roads. Wow, that's so crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Should we watch more of it? Or should we put it in the video and then they can watch that?
Let's put it in the
Wow,
video.
what the shit?
We'll put the whole
That's
thing in the
so
video.
much work.
Yeah, dog. That's
Thank-
why people get so mad when we don't read their shit.
Damn. Well, if you put a whole video in there, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Hi, me again. I'm just going to interrupt for a second because it turns out this is much harder to do than I was expecting. I mean, I knew it was not going to be easy, but it really was not easy. So I'm just going to read the rest of my history road to you so that you don't have to, I guess, endure the rest of this. But the real moral of this history road is that I had to go all the way to Germany to fall in love with someone who is as weird as I am. This is the part where I'd like to ask for your help. I know that I want to spend the rest of my life with him, so I would really appreciate it if you would scream this next bit into the microphone and help me ask him to spend the rest of his life with me. Also, feel free to honk some horns if you've got them.
All right.
Let's get a drum roll.
Dude,
Take it away, future Christine.
if you go to turn on like YouTube on your TV and you put on a Dynamic Banter podcast,
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
which, to be honest, I would not recommend.
No,
for
definitely
this
don't
situation.
do that.
But if you do, and they laugh, marry that person.
Yeah. Don't rely on us for anything other than at least finding your soulmate.
Amazing work. What was her name?
Elizabeth and Alain.
Elizabeth and Alon.
Alright,
Thank you
I'll go.
guys so much. That was really sweet.
Yeah, dude.
Cooper Weller. Cooper's been around a while, right?
He's in the void.
Was Cooper in the Void?
Yes.
This is the Cooper from the Void.
Yes.
He's back or he's there?
Look, read it.
Long ago, long we know history road.
Cooper says, old woman doorbell fiasco. Be nice or not be nice.
Okay.
Long time no see, fellas. It's your buddy Cooper reaching out from the void.
Hi, Cooper. Hope everything's going well. Hope you're eating.
Hope you're eating well. To share a recent happening that I think would make a good be nice or not be nice. I work at a bowling alley in a college town, so I tend to work late nights and sleep late in the morning / early afternoon. One day last week, as I was sleeping peacefully in my bed, I was awoken around 8 a.m. by someone ringing my doorbell.
When you hit the doorbell in Paperboy.
That gives you 500 points.
Dude, I didn't know the correct way to play that game for years. I was just
I
like,
know,
just
that's
deliver the papers.
It's it's pretty hard,
Yeah.
but it's somehow relaxing.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Good music as well.
The arcade version was better than the Nintendo version, I think.
Yeah.
But the Nintendo version was pretty tight. However, ringing isn't the best way to describe what happened. I'm talking full-blown balls-to-the-wall Bruce Lee combo machine gun doorbell ringing. At least 50 times in less than 30 seconds. Oh, that's crazy. Like ding 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 ding
Oh,
ding
no.
ding 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 dong.
What were you doing listening to this?
Obviously, this is super not normal, so I sprang out of bed, threw on some pants,
The reverse of that.
and ran to the door, all while my eardrums were being pounded by the sounds. I open my door and see this old woman who I've had strange interactions with in the past.
What time is this? Did he say a time?
8 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
Standing in my doorway with a package. She proceeds to ask me, Steve, do an old lady voice. Is this yours? It's been at my doorstep for a few days and I'd like to find the owner. The package had the name Jonas on it. That is not my name. Was I nice?
Oh no, oh no.
Or not be nice? I mean,
Fuck.
dude, someone ringing the doorbell like fucking insane like that? If that's not a friend, then I don't want that.
Damn.
Like, if that's Owen, I'm like, that's funny. He woke me up by ringing the doorbell like a billion times.
Dude, I'm going to answer this quick because this is my gut reaction.
Okay.
It really depends so much on the disposition of the old lady.
Like, if she's being nice?
Dude, if it's 8 a.m. and your hammer ring and I have to get dressed to answer that as soon as I rip open the door, not nice. But if she's just like a little old lady being like, hey, found this, is this, and she's in like good spirits and being bubbly, it would be very hard to be like, you know what fucking time it is, bitch.
What about ringing the doorbell like that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like lightning. Like he said, Bruce Lee combo machine gun doorbell ringing 50 times in less than 30 seconds.
And then when she opened the door, she was like,
Kind.
nice. Fuck, why are you ringing the doorbell like that?
I'd be like, ma'am,
dude, sight
you don't
unseen,
have to do that.
Before there's no, dude, it's fear, it's blood red boiling mad.
Like you're ready to punch somebody.
And then opening the door and you see like a little like bent
helpless
over
old lady.
Hello, this is a package and it was closer to my door.
I'd be like, ma'am, okay, and it's not yours.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, let me see this, ma'am. I'd be like, ma'am, this is not mine. So if you're going to find the person who this belongs to, I would not ring the doorbell like that at 8 a.m., ma'am. Would you have a nice day and never do that again? I would be like, thank you, but I'm sorry, that's not mine.
I think it would be, I honestly think it would be too hard for me to be as mean as I want it to be. Because old people, it's like, dude, you grow old by the grace of God.
Oh, sure. You can't do nothing about it.
And if you're,
everyone's going to get old.
I guess I would want, like, if I did that, I would want somebody to be nice to me, even if I didn't deserve it.
Totally.
But holy moly, man. Definitely a different person before you open the door to after.
Do you think that it's funny that let's say that she did that to be a piece of shit at 8 a.m. I'm sick of this package, she's thinking in her head. This, wake up, I don't want this on my doorstep anymore. And then they open the door and she's like, I don't know who this belongs to. Yeah. And then they go like, it's not mine, goodbye.
You're
and they
saying
slam
vindictive old lady.
And then she's like, like, what is she, like, you just know you could get away with old people shit.
It would work. That's why old people steal shit. Because who's going to be like, I didn't know the video iPod was attached to the thing that makes the alarm go off.
Dude, Owen and I were working on this like Vine series back in the day where like I put on old makeup and did like a bunch of stupid shit as an old man.
Yeah.
And anytime he's caught, he just goes, I'm sorry, I'm old.
I'm old.
I'm just old. Like the police officer goes, sir, you know you're driving 120 miles per hour in this school zone? I'm sorry, I'm just old.
That's why those like prosthetic old people like Johnny Knoxville, old person
can get
masks,
away with crazy shit like that.
That's why that happens. And it's the general respect of like, this person has lived a long time, probably been through some shit. Like, even if they were vindictive and faking it, like if a really good old person actor lived above me and fucking rocket hammered my fucking
Yeah.
doorbell and was able to like turn on the putting on the Ritz when I
Yeah,
opened the door,
yeah.
I would be like, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if the opposite happened and they're like, whose package is this?
Oh, I would
It's
be
been on
mean.
my doorstop.
I'd be mean a lot.
Yeah.
I would be
Like,
very.
ma'am,
I'm like, okay, well, let's read the name.
let's
And then let's cross check that with what my name is.
and let's see what the door number is, and let's see my door number.
Interesting. Now, why don't you take the last few minutes of life that you have and get out of my fucking face? Is what I would say.
Well, turns out Cooper was pretty not nice. After seeing the name on the package and the soulless Skinwalker-esque look in her eyes, I said, "No, it's not mine, and you're absolutely insane for ringing a doorbell like that."
Damn.
Then shut the door in her face.
I'm not saying you're wrong, man. That sound is infuriating.
Awful.
Yeah.
And again, unless it's an emergency or a friend, no one gets a pass for that. That's so rude and fucked
It
up.
has to be so funny to offset.
Yeah.
Like when you open the door, it has to be like if John Cena was.
Yeah,
there or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm normally one to be nice in most situations, and I know it isn't necessarily a good thing, but being mean to an old lady every once in a while feels a little cathartic. I love you guys, but please, for the love of God, stop lighting the fucking audience. Bonus clip I made a while ago at the bottom, hugs and kisses, and an ooh. Oh, it's this thing. It's this. Yeah. What is this? He made a movie. What is this? It's a movie file. He made a movie.
Is it a Windows Media Player?
Kevin, he made a movie.
Kevin just
Vomiting.
threw up a full sandwich. Fuck that sound, man.
Thank you, Cooper. Do we have time for one more, Kev?
We could do one more.
Let's do one more. Random, or do you got one?
There was a teacher.
Teacher.
Down a little bit. Down, down, down.
God bless teachers, man. I would never have the patience to teach a bunch of shit-ass kids.
Big same. I have a friend named. I guess I won't drop her name. But
No,
a friend
first
of
and
mine.
last.
And she is like a teacher's assistant or something, and she posts a lot of her like interactions on her Instagram.
Sure.
And she talks a lot about her kids, she calls them, and it's crazy. Like, so the things kids say too, like, you kind of look bad today.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, bud.
Yeah, thanks,
yeah.
buddy. Yeah.
You know how to fuck or no?
What are you eating too much? You're getting fat like my dad.
Well, guess what? Santa's not real, you piece of shit.
Damn.
Santa's not real and you're a piece of shit.
You're gonna live through the worst of our history.
Hey, your dad's cheating on your mom, so anyway.
You're probably gonna get hit with some bomb from a foreign nation, and I'll be in the ground.
Anyway, what were you saying about my shirt?
What'd you say about my hair?
Anyway, you got about 14 more minutes of breathable air.
Yeah. I can do whatever I want to you right now.
If I hit you, you'd go through a wall. So what'd you say about my shirt?
Listen to me, Brayden. I got nothing to live for. And that should scare the shit out of you. Kyle, bless you, says, it's a bombastic banter. A teacher responds, "Good morning, Stike and Meave." I don't like that one.
I think it's actually for somebody else.
Yeah, it might be, because that's not us.
Kevin, did you forward us an email meant for somebody else? I don't know why I don't like that so much. Why don't I like that?
Well, sometimes they're okay. This one's not. This one weirded me out a little bit.
Like it had malice behind it?
Stike and Meave. No, it's just like Mike and Steve, like crisscross. Like they took Mike and put it on Steve.
Say it again?
Stike and Meave.
He's trying. Let him be.
He's trying, but the Stike is just, it doesn't flow.
It's because you got to be consistent with your format.
Yeah.
It's either you just switch the first letter or
Yeah.
the first two.
Yeah.
So what would that be if you did the first two?
It's
Stike?
like Stike and Mative.
I don't even like that.
It's not good. Smike and no, I don't like it.
Or psyching.
Psych and
I'd rather you call us completely two different names.
Yeah, Jimmy and Bill.
This next one's for John and Tom.
Yeah. This one's for old Jimmy. I would generally give my regular name, but I'm a teacher, freshman biology. Yikes.
Hey man, try harder with the jokes.
And
teacher.
yeah, what was the biology of what's wrong with that? What kind of grade would you give yourself?
Something's wrong about the chemistry of that joke structure.
I happen to also have emailed you my farts a while ago as a gift.
That's
Thank
fun.
you very much.
That's a lot of fun.
So just in case any of my students listen to DB, I'll introduce myself as K Glizzy.
Dude, what if that's like somebody's listening?
I just
It's
said
like
his name.
K Glizzy?
Well, earlier I did, because it's just the name of his email. So maybe I'll just chop that part. But then he says what his real name is again in parentheses.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's like, real name blank if you're interested.
Yeah, just delete that.
What a wacky.
Recently, y'all had a brief moment where you talked about teachers.
I don't want my real name anywhere in the show either.
By the way, Mike doesn't... Okay, we'll have to call him out.
No, you just said it again.
Shit. Seth, leave. Seth wants me to say, Seth, where are you playing this weekend?
Well, find me on MikeFalzone.com.
For some reason. Recently, y'all had a brief moment where you talked about teachers and specifically asked about what happens in the teacher's lounge. I'm here to reveal our secrets in my new tell-all. This is great.
Love that.
I have never seen a single teacher at my school use the teacher's lounge for any amount of time during the school day.
That means they don't like any of the
We
coworkers.
simply do not have time for all that. Many of us work through our lunch or would much rather have a few quiet moments to ourselves.
Amen.
For example, last week my English language learners, Arabic and Spanish, came to me for extra help all week during lunch. Yikes.
Well, good on you for helping the kids.
And I'm certainly not saying I don't want them there.
Yeah.
They're one of the groups of students who need an extra helping hand, and I'm happy to help. Just an example. Wow, you're a good teacher.
That's a be nice.
That's a very be nice. Sorry we made fun of your bad Mike and Steve joke.
No, terrible joke, but those kids will remember you forever
You're a good
for
person,
going above and
so,
beyond.
yeah.
Terrible joke, though,
We
to
want
start it
them.
off.
Wouldn't it be great if kids are like, man, I had that one teacher. Like every kid needs at least that one teacher that like changed their lives.
Absolutely,
in a
dude.
positive way.
Because a lot of people, they don't get that from their parents or their peers or whatever.
Absolutely.
All you need, dude, you help the right kid at the right time. You can
never
skyrocket
know.
that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You can be the next Lady Gaga.
And next thing you know, they're thanking you at the Oscars stage getting an EGOT. However, that's not to say that teachers do not interact with each other throughout the day. Many of us have what's called a planning period, which is time for us to complete tasks such as lesson planning, grading, paperwork, documentation for students with IEPs, meetings, etc. This usually happens during a regular class period where we do not have a class. Damn, it's just busy all day, huh?
And getting paid the most minimal amount.
Right? It's garbage. Some teachers may elect to work with another teacher during this time and flap the gums. And to Mike's question about what we talk about, we do occasionally complain about specific students or things we don't like about the school. But more often than not, in my experience, we're just having regular people conversations. Sports, television, weekend plans, family stuff. It's basically water cooler talk.
Sure.
Anyway, this turned into a lot. I'm sorry, but if you're interested, there ye have it. If you have any other questions, my personal phone number.
Here we go.
Mama.
Call him during. Oh, the flexing on us with a landline?
Turns out that he says, I think you mentioned you record on Thursdays at some point. If that's the case, on Thursdays, my planning period is from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., then lunch till 11:05. Can you write this down? And school ends at 2. Please feel free to give me a call. Can you put that in our calendar? Love you from the very depths of my Grundle K. Glizzy science teacher.
Here's my real name.
Here's my real name one more time.
Dude, I love that behind the scenes look in the teacher's
Me
lounge.
too.
The worst jobs I've ever had, I would take my breaks in the parking lot and just sit in my car like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you
That's
ever
a
sit in
nightmare.
your car doing that, and then one of the guys comes by and goes like, "Hey, Mike, what are you doing? What are you doing?
And I would just be like, no.
We're all having, dude, there's pizza.
No.
2 slices.
No.
2 slices per person."
I learned my lesson last
on.
week.
All right. Well, let's say goodbye to History Road. No, it's the long version. Oops. God, I gotta poop.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now.
They didn't even tell her what it was, dude. This is a serious message for everyone watching my update right now.
All right, Mike.
Yes.
Got any shows coming up, buddy?
Tonight, I'm chilling. And then this Saturday is fucking WrestleMania weekend. And it's gonna be such a great time. Like I said, Sunday at 11 o'clock, I'm going to be at the Comedy Chateau with the Lapsed Fan Wrestling Podcast. And I think it's a show, maybe a rotating panel of guests for the podcast. But it's going to be so much fun. Let me know if you're going to WrestleMania. And we'll meet up and we'll do a Slap 5. Next week is a freshly baked comedy show. And that is somewhere in LA. I'll post about it in my stories and stuff like that. And then next Friday, I have 2 shows. One downtown LA at the Stowaway, and one at the Crow called Comedy Confessions with my friend Aaron. And we're putting all of that into the supercomputer at the moment. On the 8th, I'll be in fucking Bakersfield. So if you need me during the day on the 8th, I'll be driving and angry going to Bakersfield. And then I'll be in Bakersfield doing the show for the night, and then it's Easter, and I'll watch my Lord and Savior rise again. What else? We have our show on May 12th in Salem. Would love to see you guys at that one. You could probably get tickets at dynamicbanter.clothing or mikefalzone.com or that other website that Steve said before. It'll be up by the time you hear this. And
we'll see you in Salem, Oregon. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, dude. Oh, thank you so much for everyone who came to the Surrounded show. It was overwhelming success. Thank you to my best friend Michael Imperioli.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, wacky times. Full story.
Did he say anything about Gabagoo?
He did. He said, "Oh, Italians are always saying it." Did I tell you what happened to me? Little history wrote at the end.
No, tell me.
So I thought I told you this. So somebody tried to do the speaker trick on me a couple weeks ago, where it's like an unmarked van will drive around your neighborhood and just look for people walking their dogs or at the gas pump or whatever, and they'll have either a stolen or a very cheap set of speakers.
Yeah.
And they'll say, "Do you want to buy these?" We had a delivery in the neighborhood, and it was only like the order was for one, but the company sent 2. Do you want to buy this on the cheap for cash?
Yeah.
And
not stolen.
Totally not stolen. Don't even ask.
Don't even think about
Don't
it.
even tell the cops what you think.
Don't even think of telling the cops. Cops don't give a fuck.
So what happens is they either get your cash or they don't, but it's a tale as old as time, this trick. And I had known about this trick for a while. So somebody tried to do it in my neighborhood, and I gave him a big smile like I knew exactly what they were doing. I was like, "No, I'm all right, thank you." And he goes, the guy in the passenger seat goes, "Oh, this guy doesn't want speakers. This guy wants some gabagool." And I had never been racially profiled like that before, but it did feel interesting.
You're like, what the fuck?
And I was like, well, how about we all just go about our days?
Whoa.
And I did not want gabagool, so I was conflicted. I was like, don't fucking stereotype me
But he
and be
thought
right
you'd
about
laugh
it.
and thought it was funny or something?
No, I think he was just like, we can't pull the wool over this guy's eyes. He's too Italian to
He
know.
knows what's up. He knows the hustle.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. This guy wants
That can't
some gabagool.
feel good though.
It was fine. I was just like, I thought that it was like society has taught my brain that it's wrong to do that.
Yeah.
But I did recognize like why he did that. And for a second, I guess it was, at least it's nice that I look Italian.
Right. You still got it.
Still got it. Still look Italian.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Mike. I'm glad you didn't end up buying those goddamn speakers.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say I didn't buy them.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
guys,
didn't
thank
want
you
to.
so much for listening to the show today. Can I hear some music out of that?
Yeah,
Can we
not very
listen
good.
to the first 3 seconds of Born in the USA?
Uh-huh. They kind of cut out after that.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, everyone involved in the show. Thank you, Headgum.
Yeah, thank you, Patreon. Thank you, Bruce.
That was a HeadGum podcast.